regularly for the Make-A-Wish Foundation as a wish granter, and I volunteer at
Oh
Best
my
Friends Animal
God. I
Society.
love that. Can I get a wish granted?
I know, right? Me too. No, unfortunately, you have to be under 18 and you have to be very, very sick to get a wish granted.
No, I love that title though. Wish granter. That's it. That's
I know.
awesome.
It's fun, honestly. And I've been able to make some kids' dreams come true, which has just been so fulfilling and rewarding. And honestly, I do it because I really just enjoy giving back to people and making people happy. It's very fulfilling to me, and participating in Make-A-Wish and participating in Best Friends Animal Society allows me to work with kids, which I really adore kids and I adore working with them. And I worked with kids growing up a lot, babysitting, nannying. I was a swim coach for a little while, and I'm not able to do that in my day-to-day anymore. So I'm really able to fulfill that through volunteering. And same with animals. I love animals. I have a kitty cat myself. I actually, today is his 2-year anniversary of when I adopted him.
I saw the post. He's beautiful.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, just a beautiful gray, healthy cat. And, he's a little light in my life, and I am a big advocate of adopting and not shopping. And I, see that through by volunteering at Best Friends, which is an animal shelter in Soho. I work at the hospitality desk, just giving people information, walking them around the shelter, and empowering them to adopt an animal, because sometimes it can be kind of scary, but it's really a beautiful process, and you can end up with a forever friend when you do it that way.
I have a cat too named Lucy that I adopted, and she's actually with me tonight recording. She likes to hang out and hear the podcast. The problem is when she starts to walk across the keyboard, then it becomes challenging. So
yeah, my cat's done that quite a few times.
Oh my God. It's like, I love your company, but I'm trying to get work done here.
I know.
But I mean, okay, so it has to be, how do you fit all that in? Like, how do you manage your time to do all this volunteering? Because it's a lot to do. 2 different organizations that you're spending time volunteering, plus you're working full time, plus you have a social life and like friends. So would you have any advice or kind of tips for how you make it all work?
Absolutely. So I just am really good at time management, and I really take the time to kind of figure out my week prior to, committing to anything. And so, I have my calendar and I track everything there, so I know exactly what's going on. But in addition to that, I do volunteer with these organizations regularly, but they're not giant time commitments. Best Friends Animal Society is only 6 hours a month. Of course, you can volunteer more than that, but it's a minimum of 6, which I find is very manageable. And if I can't do it during the week, I can definitely do it on a weekend. And Make-A-Wish Foundation is very much you decide when you can give more time and when you can't. And so when I'm, really, really busy at work, or just life's getting a little crazy, I kind of tend to back off from that just a little bit. And then I jump right back in when I have a little bit more time on my hands. And with, as a wish granter, it's a lot of, you go and you meet the kids and you really learn about what they want to do for their wish and get a couple ideas. And then you work with the Make-A-Wish Foundation, to get all the paperwork squared away and get all the logistics squared away, so then they can take care of everything. So it's honestly a lot of emailing and not a lot of in-person time, but you do have to take the time to go and meet the kids and meet the families and, help them think about what they want to do. So it really just depends on, how busy life is at the time and how much time I can give. But when I do get a little bit more time in my schedule, when I'm just working and there's not a lot going on outside of that, I definitely take that time and I focus on volunteering. So, it's not a perfect, schedule every week, and you have to be flexible, and you have to just really sit down and think about how much time you have to give and what you're really passionate about. Because, if you're passionate about it, you're going to make time for it. And so, and a lot of organizations don't require you to give like too much time unless you want to. A lot of the minimum requirements are pretty easy to meet, and then you can go above and beyond from there. So I'm a big advocate for volunteer if you can, especially if you can't give to a charity. give your time because it is so invaluable to them.
Yeah, time is money. It's awesome.
Time is money.
Okay, last question. We talked about in your bio, and you say this is only the beginning. That is super bold. And what does that mean to you?
I mean, it is only the beginning. I'm 24 years old. I'm living in Manhattan, New York City, and my career is just getting started. And I have big dreams and aspirations to get really far in my career and be a powerhouse woman. And I don't know if that's going to be, I mean, I went from event coordinating to marketing now. And so, you know, I've tried a couple different roles and I'm learning about what I like and what I don't. And so I don't know if that's going to be, you know, a vice president of marketing or maybe CEO one day. I don't know. I don't know where it's going to take me, but I am open to any and all opportunities, and I'm going to work my butt off to make sure that I'm as successful as possible in the future. So
well, I have no doubt that this chick is going to be going really far. So I'm glad I knew you when you were just starting out. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being on the show. And if the girls want to reach out to you, what's the best way for them to reach you?
Absolutely. You can reach me at my email at Samantha, that's SAMANTHA, S as in Sam, Durand, DURAND @gmail.com.
Okay, you heard it from Sammy. She's going to be big. She's going to be loud and bold. We love her. Sammy, thanks again for being with us. And
Absolutely.
Listeners, have a great night, listeners. And thanks for being with us on the Hero Whispers. Thanks to Sam for being here and sharing her precious time. Get out there and slay dragons. Big dreams.